Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. Real fast, man. I refuse to go back to the person that I was, man. I refuse to go back to the person that I was. You have to refuse to go back to the person that you was, man. You cannot do it. I 100% refuse to go back. I refuse. I refuse to be a drug addict again. I refuse to be an alcoholic again. That stuff never leaves you. But if I was in denial, then the likelihood of me going back would be very high. So I refuse to go back that way. You have to 100% refuse to go back to being the old you. No question. You have to refuse to going back to being the old you. You have to. I can't go back. It's death back there for me. I can't go back to the old me. All I can do is go forward. All I can do is go up. I don't want to go back. Back there was very dark for me. And if you don't want to go back to the person that you was, you have to refuse 100% wholeheartedly. Refuse to go back to being the old you. You already know the old you wasn't no good. You already know the old you was suicidal. You already know the old you did more harm than it did good to yourself and others. You have to 100% refuse to go back to being the old you. No way around it. No way around it. Temptation gonna be everywhere. No doubt about it. Temptation gonna be everywhere. You're gonna start having those old feelings that you had when you see things. Those called triggers. You're gonna have triggers all around you. You know what I mean? You're gonna be living around nothing but fucking landmines. Landmines and triggers. Suppressed memories. Because that was your life then. You're gonna see things that's gonna remind you of where you was at. And it's gonna make you wanna go back to having that old feeling. You was a heroin addict. If you see things that's around you that made you, that you was doing around the time where you was on heroin, that's gonna make you wanna go back. It's gonna make you have those old feelings again and make you wanna go back. If you was an alcoholic, right? And you see some of those stores that you used to go to, or you see a chick that you used to mess with around that time, back when you was getting fucked up, you probably was getting fucked up with her, and smashing is gonna make you want to go back. You're gonna think about it, or at least think about it. You're gonna think about it. Because you're gonna have that photographic memory of what you was doing around that time while you was messing with her, or when you was going to that store. You're gonna have memories, you know what I mean, when you was doing all of that shit that put you where you didn't want to be in the first place. You're gonna have those triggers around that make you want to go backwards. And that's normal. It's normal to have those triggers. But at the same time, you gotta refuse. You gotta refuse to go back. Because that didn't do you no good. You have to refuse to go back. When you was fucked up, when you was fucked up in the hood, doing nothing with your life, smoking all day, just doing nothing. You got just doing nothing. You got to refuse to go back to that person. Because that person wasn't doing nothing. That person wasn't doing nothing with their life. And if anything, that person, for me, wasted most of my life. That person wasted most of my life. And I don't want to fuck with him ever again. And for real. I said I ain't gonna cuss much, but fuck you. That's a fuck you to the old me. The old me wasn't shit. The old me was a fucking moron. The old me was a fucking douchebag. The old me was dumb, stupid, retarded. Partying for what? Snorting cocaine for what? Drinking every day for what? Couldn't even take my own life because my life was fucked up. So what I was resulting to escapism, fapping. Doing everything that, you know what I mean? Just doing everything that was just gonna dig me deeper into that hole. I knew I wasn't shit. So yeah, you know what I mean? Fuck it. I result to escapism. Watching porn all day. Doing nothing. Work, home, same routine. Work, get off of work, go to the liquor store, go home, you know what I mean? Watch a little TV and watch some porn. That was it. You can easily go back to that person. It's nothing. You know what I mean? You go back to that person, it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. Right around the corner. You know? But you gotta refuse. You gotta refuse to go back to what you was doing. You gotta refuse to go back to the thief that you was. You gotta refuse to go back to the heroin addict that you was. You gotta refuse to go back to the fucking hood booger that you was. The gossiping motherfucker that you was. You gotta refuse to go back to that person. The person that wanna argue all the time. The person that, so for some of y'all, hey, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things that you could have done that make you not want to go back, you know? You could have been a wife beater. You could have been beating your girl most of the time, beating her ass, getting fucked up, you know what I mean? And abusing the shit out of her. You don't want to go back to that person. I'm pretty sure that landed your ass in jail a few times. You have to refuse to go back, period. Period. If you practicing all of this stuff, you know what I mean? You looking into red pill and all of that and retention, you know what I mean? You doing all that, then you already know what needs to be done. And you already know back there ain't no option. Ain't no option back there. Fuck the temptation. It's temptation. Listen, you gonna have to deal with temptation for the rest of your life. So if you're going to be weak to temptation, then you may as well just throw in the towel, give it up right now, because guess what? It's going to get worse the more you move up and go that way. It's just going to get more fucked up. The more you go that way, it's just going to get worse. The question is, are you going to get stronger? Or are you just going to be weak? Back there is weak. Back there is weakness. That's all that is. That's weak sauce. That's weak sauce. Everybody that's still partaking in the old shit that they was doing and they getting older, they weak. They weak. They can't say no. They don't want to change. They weak. Ain't no way the old me or any motherfuckers back there that's still doing the same shit can fuck with me. Probably couldn't fuck with me back then, but they really can't fuck with me now. They will get smashed. You gotta understand that the new you will smash everything back there. Completely. Smash it. Smash them and it. Whatever it is. Whether it's a person, whether it's the old you, whether it's habits, it's getting smashed if it's in my path. Period. You fuck up what I got going, you getting smashed. That's just the way it is. You gotta have that implanted in you. Implanted in you. If you try to stop me from doing what I'm doing, bruh. If you try to take away the things that I've earned, thus far, you getting smashed. Anything. Anybody. After you have a path like that, after you come from hell back there, the hell that you went through, you shouldn't be scared of nothing. You shouldn't be scared of nothing. Nothing. You done seen it all. It ain't nothing that you should be scared of but God. And when you know you got him, forget about it, dog. You better not be scared of nothing in this world. Nothing. You got the biggest, baddest motherfucker with you, and you scared. Anything in my path getting smashed, man. Period. Period. I ain't going back. And I hope you get that same attitude. I hope you have that same attitude. I don't care what temptation you have, man. Back there ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. So stay on your path, man. I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. My name JC and this Sinn-Take. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get